It is June 16th, 2026, and tonight, the football world holds its breath. Because one of the greatest players to ever touch a football, Lionel Messi, walks onto the World Cup stage once again, at 38 years old. Every match could be his last, every touch could become history, and standing between Messi and another step toward glory is Algeria, a team with absolutely nothing to lose, and a nation dreaming of shocking the entire world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kickoff Kings 26, and welcome to Argentina versus Algeria. Tonight is more than a football match. Tonight, history is waiting to be written. Argentina arrive as defending world champions, a team that conquered the world in 2022, a team that survived pressure, pain, drama, and one of the greatest World Cup finals ever played. Now they are back, not to defend their crown, but to prove that greatness was never an accident, and leading them once again, Lionel Messi, the man who completed football, the man who inspired an entire generation, and perhaps playing in his final World Cup. But Messi is not alone. Argentina are packed with talent. Lautaro Martinez, Julian Alvarez, Rodrigo de Paul, Enzo Fernandez, Cristian Romero, Emiliano Martinez. Stars in every position. A squad built for pressure. A squad built to win. And that is exactly why many people believe Argentina are among the favorites to lift the trophy once again. But football has taught us one thing. Favorites do not always win. And that brings us to Algeria, one of Africa's proudest football nations, a team filled with passion, pride, and belief. Led by Riyad Mahrez, one of the most skillful wingers of his generation, a player capable of changing a game with a single moment of brilliance. Algeria have waited a long time for nights like these. They know the world expects Argentina to win. They know millions are expecting Messi to shine, but they do not care because football is full of surprises, and underdogs have changed history before. Just ask Morocco. Just ask Croatia, just ask every team that dared to dream, because dreams have no limits. And Algeria believe their moment has arrived. Now here is something fascinating. Argentina and Algeria have met only once before. Back in 2007 in Barcelona, it was a friendly match, but what a match it was. 7 goals, end-to-end football, pure chaos. Argentina eventually won 4-3, but Algeria refused to surrender. And among the scorers that night was a young teenager named Lionel Messi, just 19 years old. Fast, fearless, hungry. Nobody knew back then that this young magician would become one of the greatest players in history, and now, nearly 20 years later, Messi faces Algeria once again. Only this time, the stakes are infinitely bigger, because this is not a friendly. This is the FIFA World Cup, the biggest stage in sports, where legends are created and dreams are broken. So how do these two teams compare? On paper, Argentina are superior. Their squad depth is incredible. Their experience is unmatched, their chemistry is exceptional, and their ability to perform under pressure has already been proven. But football is not played on paper, it is played on grass for 90 minutes. And in those 90 minutes, anything can happen. Algeria know they cannot match Argentina player for player, but they do not have to, because football is not always won by the better team. Sometimes, it is won by the braver team. The team willing to fight harder, run further, and believe longer. That is what makes the World Cup magical. One mistake, one counterattack, one moment of brilliance can change everything. And Algeria have players capable of producing magic. Mahrez, Amoura, Bauneja, players with pace, players with skill, players who can punish any defense, which means Argentina cannot afford to relax, not even for 1 second, because one moment of carelessness could become a disaster. But Argentina have something special: experience. World champions know how to survive difficult moments. They know how to remain calm. They know how to suffer. And above all, they know how to win. And then there is Lionel Messi. Even at 38 years old, he continues to produce moments that defy logic, moments that leave millions speechless. Because some players play football, but Messi creates art. And perhaps that is why millions around the world will be watching tonight. Not because they support Argentina, not because they support Algeria, but because they understand something very important. Players like Lionel Messi do not come around very often. And when they are gone, football changes forever. That is why every World Cup match involving Messi feels special, because nobody knows how many more moments remain. Maybe this is the last dance. Maybe there is one final chapter left. Maybe greatness still has one more masterpiece to deliver. But Algeria are determined to ruin the script. They want to shock the world. They want to create headlines. They want to prove that miracles still exist. And honestly, that is exactly what makes the World Cup beautiful. No matter how strong you are, no matter how famous you are, nothing is guaranteed. That is why billions of people love this tournament, because every match carries emotion, hope, fear, and dreams. Now comes the biggest question. Who wins tonight? My prediction? Argentina 3, Algeria 1, Messi scores, Lautaro Martinez scores, and Argentina take another step toward glory. But if Algeria score first, everything changes, because pressure changes people, and pressure creates chaos, and chaos creates unforgettable nights. So do not blink, do not miss a second, because tonight, history will be written. Will Messi continue his incredible journey? Or will Algeria produce one of the greatest shocks in World Cup history? Tell us your prediction in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to Kickoff Kings 26, because we bring you every match, every goal, every controversy, every unforgettable moment. The 2026 World Cup is delivering drama, and the story is only getting started. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.